I will be showing you exactly how to use TradingView as a beginner so that you can be able to analyze the market or be able to tackle the market in the correct way. Without wasting any time, let's make sure that we go straight to my laptop and show you exactly how to use TradingView in a proper way as a beginner and what are the tools that are very important for you to be able to trade or use a TradingView. Alright, this is Chrome, right? So now we're just going to hit to TradingView. You're just going to get straight to our what we call our website of TradingView. But if you don't have any account, you just have to sign up and then it will take you up to this. So in order for you to see the market right over here to appear, whereby you see the graphs and all those stuffs, you just have to come right over here on the top left side. You just have to click those three lines. After clicking those three lines, you go to products. After products, you go to super chat, and then the market will appear right over here. So now let's wait for the market to appear. As you guys can see that it is loading. Right, here is the market, so you just have to finish loading, and then thereafter I'm going to show you exactly how to use this. Right, there it is. So I don't want to make this video to be longer, so right now we're just going to focus on this side. What are the tools? This is part 1, and then part 2 will focus on the upper side, and then part 3 will be able to focus on the other side, which is the right hand side. So right over here, as you guys can see, we have this, I don't know the cross, yeah, we can call it a cross, but alongside the cross there's an arrow that is pointing on the right hand side. So if you click that point, as you guys can see, we have an arrow, we have a dot, we have an arrow. In fact, here we have a cross, dot, arrow, erase, magic. So right over here on an arrow, if you want it to be on your shortcut so that you don't have to go back there to click on the arrow and show those dots, you just have to hit on the star sign. So once you hit on the star sign, as you guys can see that the arrow is right over here. So once you unclick the star, the arrow disappears. These are the shortcuts that I use. So the arrow, how do you use the arrow? If you guys can check, when you click right over here, you can see the arrow, not the arrow mean to say the cross. You can see there is the cross right over here. So when we click and we say dot, when you say, you see it's a dot, it's no longer a cross. So depending what do you want to use. As you can see, if you say arrow is what I actually use, and then when you do erase, this an eraser, whereby if you have written something, is going to erase it. I'm going to show you when we go deeper, and then thereafter we have a magic right over here. You see, that's how it plays out. So I always use an arrow. Right below an arrow right over here, there is a line over there. So people who are using trend lines are the one who use this line correctly and who knows how to use it. But alongside there is an arrow right over here. So we have trend line, we have ray, we have info line, we have extended line, we have trend angle, we have a horizontal line, we have a horizontal ray, we have vertical line, we have cross line. So we have parallel channel, we have regression trend, we have flat top bottom, we have disjoint channel. There are a lot, guys. If you go down, I'm not going to go each and every one of it into deeper details because we're just going to take this video to be longer. But the most important thing that you can take right over here, you can take the trend line. That's the most important thing along this particular category. So you just have to take the trend line, and then below right over here is what we call a Fibonacci. So as you guys can see right over here, we have a star. So that's why you can see this right over here. So I did rectify my Fibonacci to to the point whereby I feel comfortable to have only 3 lines, to have the upper side and the downside, and also the 50% which is in the middle. And then thereafter there are other Fibonacci channel. We have trend bands, Fibonacci extension, we have Fib time zone, we have Fib speed resistance fan, we have Fib cycle, we have Fib spiral. Like, there are a lot, guys, but the most important alongside this, the most important thing alongside is the Fibonacci, that thing that you can be able to use. Other than this ones, I don't think they are really important, and I haven't seen a lot of people using them. So we need to focus more on structure, pure price action. So Fibonacci, that's the only thing that you can take. And then thereafter, when we look at, I don't know how to call this, but alongside there's an arrow. These are the things that are going to appear. So we have XABCD pattern, I don't know, but right over here, the most things that you can use is head and shoulder pattern. So if you want me to make a video whereby I'm explaining how to use head and shoulder pattern, we have inverse head and shoulder pattern, and also we have returning head and shoulder pattern. So, and then we have a triangle pattern, and also we have tree drive pattern. So if you want me to make a specific video whereby I am explaining each and every pattern that I'm outlining right over here, please make sure that you subscribe down below. So, and then the Elliott impulsive waves, Elliott triangle waves, I'm not advising you guys to go through them because I don't think they are really important. So the only thing that I can say you can take it right over here is a head and shoulder, is a triangle pattern, and also tree drive pattern. But you don't have to really use it, but you can be able to use it. If you come right over here, we are going to speak about risk to reward ratios. As you guys can see, this is a long position and also a short position. I'm sure you guys know how to use it, and also I do use frequently, because right over here we have stars that outline that I use them frequently. So these are the shortcut where it is. And also we have a forecast, we have a bars pattern, we have ghost feed, we have projection, we have there's a lot, price range, date and price range. There's a lot. So these are determining whether the market is going up with how many bars. Like this one, bars pattern, it counts the bars right over here. So if I place it right over here to this point, it can take the picture or maybe the structure of these candlesticks to outline it, to anticipate the further move to the upper side or maybe to the downside. I don't know if you guys really understand. And then thereafter we have this point right over here. I don't know how to call it, but under it we found a brush, we found a highlighter, we have arrow marker, we have arrow markup, we have arrow mark down. These are the basic things, guys. As you guys can see, we have a brush right over here, and also it has a star because I do use it, but not frequently. So, and also we have an arrow if I want to point somewhere, there it is. And also we have a rectangle in order for me to outline the support and resistance when I trade support and resistance. And also we have a cycle, we have a path, we have ellipse, we have polylines. Like TradingView have a lot of things that are not really important. So you need to make sure that you take only few important things that are going to work as an advantage towards you, right? And also if we go down here, as you guys can see, there's a T there, alongside there's an arrow. So T, that stands for text. So if you wanna, you guys always see that there are people who will be writing break of structure, will be writing order block, will be writing fair value gap. So they use this text, and also this notes, call out, comments. If you say I will buy at this point, where when the market breaks, and will like write whatever you are anticipating, you use these comments. And so on. There's a lot, flag mark. You can even use images to put on a trading view. There's a lot, guys. And also when we go down right over here, we have this smiley right over here. This is an icon. So when we click on our arrow right over there, it shows us our smiley right over here. So these are some sort of emojis, so they are not important, so I'm not really going to deep dive to it because even people don't really use these emojis. So TradingView have a lot of things that are not really important. So if you guys can see, there's a ruler right over here. There's no an arrow right over here, meaning there's only ruler. There's no other subcategories that are under this ruler. So if you click on that ruler, it's whereby, let me show you guys. You see, it shows how many bars did it took to go to the certain points, and also how many days, minutes, hours did it took to the point whereby you anticipating it. So let's say from this point right to this point, we want to check how many days did it took. You can see it says 13 bars. These are the 13 bars that it took, and also it says 20 days, and also a volume which is 1.951 m. So that's how it works. It anticipates the moves that you are about to take, or maybe calculating the move that you want to take. And then when we go to this search, is whereby you zoom the market, you zoom out the market, just like when you do this, right? It's the very same thing. So you zoom out the market, you zoom in the market. And also this magnet right over here, and also there's a weak magnet and also the strong magnet. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't really know anything about this magnet. And also when we go to this pencil right over here, stay in throwing mode. That's whereby you're going to throw whatever when you are analyzing. I don't throw when I'm analyzing, but then whenever you throw something, maybe you throw a cycle, you say this is a point A and point B, you can use that pencil. And also here where you see a lock, all drawings tools, is whereby you're going to lock them. So whenever you throw something on the market, you're going to log it, and then thereafter, if you want to erase it, you really need to come to this point, or maybe use it, or maybe rectify it. You are not going to be able to rectify it, but you need to make sure that you come to this point to unlock it. And also when you see hide all drawings, is whereby you have a lot of drawings and then you want to check something, you just have to click to this point, and then the market won't disappear, but the drawings that you've did on the market are the only ones that are going to disappear. And then the last one that we are going to have is this delete sign. This delete sign is mainly going to delete the drawings, not the market, not anything. The drawings or the symbols or object that you put on the market when you analyze is going to delete them. So as you guys can see, there's an arrow right over there. Remove 3 drawings, remove 0 indicators, remove 3 drawings and 0 indicators. So even if you put some indicators right over here, it is going to remove the indicators, but the market will always stay the same. So this is part 1. Part 2 is just going to look for the upper side of the trading view and also explain it how to use it. Please make sure that you subscribe, and also tell me which one of the tools that you want me to dig deeper to make a specific video whereby I'm explaining everything. Comment down below and let me know which one of the tools that I went through but you want me to go deeper into it. Let's give this video at least maybe 300 likes, and then I will drop part 2.